So I'm here with Suezann Holmes from ScaleXP, and I wonder, Suezann, just to kick us off, why don't you tell us a bit about your background, why you are where you are, and tell us a bit about ScaleXP's vision and mission.
Fabulous. So I suppose my background is mainly as a finance director. I've been a CFO and finance director for about 15 years at larger corporates and earlier stage kind of super high growth companies. And part of my recent experience working with some high growth companies was that it's very difficult to join different data sets. There's some financial data, there's some accounting data, there's some marketing data, and they're all segregated into different systems. And the kind of prevailing way to join them together is, by building big Excel spreadsheets, which tend to be cumbersome and fall over just when you need the answer the most. And I think, that's the kind of, starting point for ScaleXP is to be able to seamlessly join these data sets in a way that provide quick and much easier answers to important questions that allow companies, just to understand their data and to grow faster.
Okay, so that's great. So where are you at with the business at the moment?
So we've just raised our first funding round from Angel Academe and a few other groups. And we're really pushing the business out into the market, really actively engaging with our customers, getting their feedback and making sure that the software has kind of all the features that allow them to access their data most easily. So one of the features that we're working on developing very actively is a feature which basically guarantees that early stage companies have all of the data that they need when they go out for a fundraising round. So all the metrics, all the KPIs, all the reports to raise money from, a seed round all the way up to a Series E round. And one of the customers that we've been working with for a little while is a company called Legal. And we've been really kind of working with them very actively to provide this data to support their fundraising round. And they've just raised, I believe it's $7 million from Octopus. So it's a great testament to their own business and to the amazing kind of data-driven company that they've created. And hopefully our software kind of played a tiny role in helping them get there a little faster and a little bit easier.
Great. And so far in your fundraising, what role have angels played in this?
Well, angels have been so immensely helpful, I would say, in not just helping provide cash, but actually providing useful contacts and providing guidance. So it's been critical. And I think that what I didn't expect coming in that I've been so pleasantly surprised by is I feel like suddenly it's not just the little team kind of, working to kind of, create a big business, but it suddenly feels like the little team has gotten bigger, and standing with us and for us are the investors in the business. And they've been so helpful in, helping us identify contacts to go and speak to, helping us just think through and kind of almost debate a little bit a difficult problem. So it's been hugely helpful, really immensely helpful.
Have you got advice that you would pass on to other founders? And I'm particularly thinking about women founders when looking for investment from angels.
Do you know, I've recommended you guys so highly because, our office is in Rise, and I've given such positive feedback to Barclays. And, there's the female tech, I think it's female tech initiative. So I believe that they originally introduced us. So I've been singing your praises in all kinds of circles.
Well, that's very lovely. Thank you. That's good to hear. And so how does it feel to close the funding round then?
It feels great. It feels so good. Yeah. It's the start of the next step of the journey.
Yeah, that's just the first step.
Exactly. The journey doesn't end. It is, I think it is a bit like kind of, following a path. And, every time you reach a kind of junction, the next path opens up. And, hopefully the next path continues to get larger and larger, with more and more avenues to growth. But that's certainly how it feels now. So we're at the start of the next junction, and really kind of getting the product out to more customers, getting more feedback, making sure that the product really delivers lots of value for the companies that we work with.
Yeah, that's great. No, I always joke with founders somewhat darkly that, yeah, this is the most difficult stage for you, apart from all the others. So what about, I mean, on that front then, what about, have you got any tips on navigating some of the tougher times as a founder? It's not all roses, is it?
I think the most critical thing is just to have someone that you can bounce ideas off of, someone that you can kind of debate concepts with, someone that just keeps you a little bit grounded. So I think certainly for me, my co-founder Harry is critical in kind of thinking through business issues. I think my investors and the board are really kind of always pushing me to kind of look 2 steps ahead, not just think about where we are now, but kind of keep thinking about the future and how we meet the targets in 6 months. So I think that, these groups are really instrumental in kind of allowing founders, I think, to rise above. Sometimes it's easy to get a little bit buried in the weeds. There's so much to be done. And I think these kind of sounding boards really just keep one focused on the bigger picture, the future, kind of where the company needs to be, wants to be in 12 months time.
Yeah, got it. Great. Thank you. So just a couple of things to finish up with then. So anything that you wish you'd known when you'd started out, looking back?
Well, I feel like we've just started. What do I wish I'd known? I think the one thing that I've really learned quickly is, good people make all the difference. I tried to start without a world-class CTO, and I feel like in hindsight, I should have had, from day one, that was an absolutely essential skill set. So I think that's my big learning so far.
Cool. And finally then, what's next for you guys?
Lots of customers, lots of growth. And I think lots of kind of feedback on how we continue to make the product better, more useful for all of our clients.
Great stuff. Well, lots of customers, lots of growth. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, definitely.
So much for your time. That's great stuff. And we look forward to speaking to you soon.
That's great. Thank you, Simon.
Thanks, Suezann.